Hello everybody, welcome to God Next Gaming, and we are bringing you WWE 2K15 My Career. We're going to go through with a little walkthrough here of the creation process of your character and player that you can take through a career mode in WWE 2K15 from 2K Sports. We're going to see as we jump in here the different menus that we have available to go ahead and create our character and the customizations that are available to you for the character that you want to create. The tools in this are quite in depth. There's a lot of different choices. They are endless on what you can do. I went ahead here and took a simple template with some hair and started to add a beard, and you can go in and do your eye color and get different types of hairstyle and whatnot. And I decided to go with no hair instead and do a little bit of scar on the face. And you can see you can do face body adjustments, so we're going to work on his body a little bit and get him a nice looking buff body with a little bit of weight on him. I added the Italian flag on his upper arm there for effect, because he's going to be an Italian descended player in the WWE ranks for sure. Our superstar here. As we go ahead through, we're going to do his trunks in the red, white, and green of Italy as well, and add some more flags to that as well. And we're going to do his boots and shoes in the Italian colors as well. And we're going to call him Mr. Amazing for the commentary name, because I couldn't come up with the name that I wanted to use for him. We're going to go ahead and look at his name here. It's going to be called the Italian Emperor. You can go in and do all sorts of different stuff. You can change his class, his hometown. You can add different signs. There's a lot of different customization to this. It makes it really cool, this game. There's a lot of little things that you can do. Clothing, face, body. You can use a template if you want to. Change his personal information and all of that stuff. Even add in like a Twitter tag as well. So we're going to go ahead here. We're going to jump into the actual gameplay action as it begins. And we're going to see what Buildamon has to say.
This is your one chance. We will be awarding at least one WWE contract today based on your performance. So you better make me notice you. Everyone at this tryout has some level of training or experience, but we don't care about your resume here. We only care what you show us when the pressure is on and at this very moment. So with that being said, I'm going to pair you up, and you're going to show me what you got in this ring. And we're going to start with you and you. Let's go. I don't have all day.
So we get chosen to jump into the ring with our first opponent to show what we got so that we can earn that contract. We're going to jump ahead a little bit here. We're going to see that our opponent is Baron Blade, and we're going to do some grappling here. It's a little bit of a mini game that's in WWE 2K15 where you get to grapple and you have to kind of, win out the fight there with the right control on the PS4, the right stick, and time it properly so that you can beat him on the chain wrestling there, or the grapple wrestling. I believe that's what they call it. And this little bit of a tutorial before to show you how to do this stuff and how to do the moves. I will say that I was definitely struggling at first to try to get the moves down. Obviously, you can see here, and as I'm trying to get around to beat him, we were kind of going back and forth a little bit, which makes it for an interesting fight. It makes it for an interesting story, too, as well. And you can see that Baron Blade was getting the best of me in a couple of these. We're going to go ahead and jump into the little cutscene that's here, and we're going to see what happens here as my player, the Italian Emperor, knocks down Baron Blade. And then we're going to get another little shot in there. And then another one. And he just drops us, grabs our legs, and drops us. He's going to do a little bit of a twist turn here and sit on us and try to put us into a submission move. And then he's going to play a little dirty, as you'll find out here.
Hey, break it up! I said break it up! Cut it out! Both of you! Get out of the ring and cool off, now! I know things got a little crazy out there, but I want to let you know you looked impressive. So impressive that the WWE has decided to give you a contract. Sign this and you'll be starting your career on NXT.
So there we have it, our offer of employment with the WWE. We're going to be working in NXT first to work our way through our career here. You'll see our commencement date is 4/1/2015. WWE Superstar, $12.50 VC per week, which we can use to purchase different things within the game. We're going to see what William Regal has to say. Italian Emperor, congratulations on your WWE contract, but that is only the easy part. We're going to have you compete at the Performance Center for a few matches. Once William tells you you're ready, you will get your shot to show what you're made of on the NXT roster. When your matches are in SP, raise your attributes and you'll be on the main roster in no time. What's most important is for you to become strong. The fastest route is upgrading your attributes. First, you need to learn how to upgrade your attributes. Please select Attribute. This is building out, giving us a little bit more tutorial on what to do. You see the new menu here for Attribute, Ability, Skill, Purchase, and you do get those SP points to put into attributes and abilities, and then VC for other purchases there. Each of the attributes make your superstar stronger. Try moving the L to the right to upgrade your attribute by 1. And we'll use that SP. We're going to see as I go in here, we're going to take a look at some of that as I choose some of the attributes, and it's pretty cut and dry like any other game that you've used. I'm not going to show you the whole thing that I did, just kind of towards the end here that I was working on some speed and durability. Kind of try to go even on everything here, didn't lean to one side or the other, and Build 'em Out gives us the message that we just upgraded our first attributes, and to win, the more you win matches, the more SP you will gain. So the better you do, the better you'll get as far as SP goes to add to those attributes later on.
The easiest way to earn SP is simply by winning a match. In this match, I want you to focus on beating your opponent with strikes and holds. Once he is weak, pin him or submit him for the win.
So we're going to jump into our first Performance Center match here. It's going to be against El Hondero, and we're going to go into some fighting and grappling here early on as we try to make our moves and get used to the controls of this. And I did find it a little challenging. They weren't as intuitive as I thought it would be, and I did struggle at first. The grappling mini game is pretty cool, but they got the better of me more than I got the better of them, I felt like anyway. And he was tossing me around pretty good out there for quite some time anyway. But I did win a few of them out, but not all of them. And he definitely got the upper hand on me with those, and then trying to learn the other moves where you get the reversals and timing the reversals, and that's where a lot of that SP is going to come in handy if you can kind of get those attributes up. You go against somebody who's a little smaller, lighter, maybe more agile and faster, and you'll see that the reversals are hard to do. And this is where we kind of turn it around and we go, again, a little back and forth, and we do pretty good on the offense for a little while. After Al Hondero got the upper hand on us, we're starting to come back a little bit now, and he's starting to fall off and get a little bit fatigued here for sure, as we are able to do a couple of reversals and get our upper hand back on him, as you can see. And then I am not very familiar with the movesets in wrestling, and I don't know what that move was, but it looked pretty devastating if you ask me. I think it would hurt and probably leave a mark in the morning for sure. But now it's another kind of turnaround, and El Hondero is now having his way with us. But we do get the reversal in there and get a nice little punch to the gut and a kick to the head. And now a little kick on the back while he's down on the ground. And another kick to the midsection.
Are you even listening to
as we tried again, like I said, try to figure out these controls, moving around, running. I did not figure out how to get myself to slingshot off the ropes yet. But I'll eventually get there and be able to figure out these controls once you get more used to them. And again, there goes another move. Don't even know what that move is called. I'll try to learn these moves as I go, what they're called and what the name of it is. But that one looked devastating as well. And me, I'm pretty good at kicking guys when they're down on the ground for the most part. Again, still haven't gotten the handle on how to do some of those fancier and more nifty moves as I learned this game, because this is the first time I'm playing it. I just kind of jumped right into it and to see what I can do with it and what it looked like, you know. And I wanted to bring it to you guys. I did an hour of recording this game and just doing different things, and I wanted to kind of go through all the different features of it, because it seems like a very interesting game. I like the storyline for My Career. I like the idea of My Career in any kind of game, As you can tell if you've watched my other videos with MLB The Show, I like doing career-style stuff and building a character from the ground up and giving him a foundation to work with. So we're going to watch a little bit more of this here. We're going to fast forward a little bit in a bit to see the end of the match against El Hondero, as I started getting more and more comfortable with making the moves. Here I kind of climbed the ropes. Didn't know that I climbed the ropes. Didn't know how I climbed the ropes. Don't know which buttons I pushed for that, but I was able to successfully come off the ropes and give him a nice little head slam there, or whatever you want to call that. So here we're gonna fast forward to the end where I have my finisher, and we go ahead and pull that finishing move on him. And I forget what that's called. I might call that the Italian powerbomb. Who knows? I'm gonna come up with some names for it. If you guys got some suggestions for it, I'll give it my own name if I can't figure out the name of these. And I do win by pinfall here on El Hondero, as that was a nice little match, and I got used to some of that stuff. We can see the match gets 4 stars with amazing total match score of 5,400. We get 126 skill points, 100 for the winning the match by pinfall, as they promised us. So that's 256 total skill points added to us there to put towards our attributes. Here we go later on, and we're going to see the more of the customization stuff that you get later on in the game, where you get to do a setup of your entrance and the different things you can do with that. You can change the motion and the music and the headers and the movies and the logos in the background on the big screens there. And when he comes into the match, you can also work on moveset, and the customization stuff here, like I said, is just, it's endless. There's tons of things to go through, and you can earn a lot of moves too as you go through with some of your SP and VC as well. So that'll do it for this episode here, folks. I want to thank you guys for stopping by and checking it out. Please hit the like button if you do. Please subscribe if you're new. Share this with your friends. If you want to see more of this, go ahead and let me know in the comments, and I will try to bring more of this My Career as we go along. Thanks for stopping by.